Welcome to build day 18. I was just kind of checking the electrical I did yesterday. I got foot pads out on this prop here behind the fence, which you really can't see with the Haunted Acres sign there. So I might end up having to move her. And I got another foot pad here on that one, and that one's not really running very good either. I'm going to need to check to make sure she set the foot pad. Ghost is running good. All the lights out here are working. At least it looks like they're working. I might be missing one there. I'll have to check. But anyway, I didn't get a chance to check the electrical system out last night. Sounds like the Ghost is working. George is working. We got the light box working. Got the candelabra there. That Ghost is working. Need to part the curtain a little bit more, I think, though. And we got that's working. That's working. This is working. Or was. Flash cracker is not working. There we go. Flash cracker does work. And we get over here to Witchy Poo. She should be on. LED in there is working. I got a couple burned out light bulbs there. It looks like I got a little checking to do on things here, because I got some things that are not working. So I know what I'm doing this morning. Yeah, close up on my mug with a cigarette in its mouth. Okie dokie. Got a few things I need to check out, and then I'm going to be working on the fog machine too today. So, fun. Okay guys, good morning. And I know the start of this wasn't too enthusiastic. What I had turned on out there in the haunt was the section that I wired up last night. I was kind of going through checking lights and stuff. I'll give you guys a look at it this evening once it gets a little darker. Found a couple of problems, a couple of things that weren't turned on right, or foot pads that weren't working, or a sign or two that needed to be switched around and moved, that sort of thing. So my wife's going to be doing some of that today. My one animated tombstone that I had out there that I ended up putting the spring on, hoping that would help. It's just making matters worse. I think it's my brackets on the back of it that's holding the mast for the skull that's causing it. It needs to be a little bit looser. But so I'm probably going to end up taking the spring off of that, and then just going with it as it is, and I'll work on it over the winter to get it fine-tuned. But anyway, right now I'm out in the shop. I ran you guys over my fogger problem. This one is working, that one is not, and this one here is just humming. So I'm going to sit down, take this apart, and clean the pump out manually and see if I can get it to working again. Then I need to get that one, get one of them in over to the pirate display, because that's the next thing I'm going to be wiring today. So I'm going to go ahead and get going and hopefully get this other fogger working. So, okay, midday update. It's probably going about 3-4 o'clock, and no, it's not dinner. You know, I kind of gave you a walkthrough and showed you what we did yesterday with getting the trunk line in and the electrical, and that's up to, you know, the witch here. And I just spotted something I want to fix. There we go. Up to the witch. Today, I've been working on trunk line 3. Trunk line 1 was the blow-ups. Trunk line 2 is the entrance exit, the entrance hall, and the witch display. So that's number 2. Trunk line 3 is a pirate display. I got the flame going, my animated wheel. Sorry, whooped out. Honey, some reason the camera wants to start off zoomed in. I don't know why. Handle, zoomed in. Okay, there you go. Ship's wheel. And we got another fire bucket over here. We got Will's Crypt, which I vlogged earlier in the season. And back there, yeah, we got candelabra. I don't know if you can see it flickering or not. So that's the first display in area 2. Second one is this here. Okay, for some reason it goes on part way and then stops. I'm not sure why. If I stand here and move my leg in front of the sensor though, it goes off. That's on a motion sensor. We got the rockers back there. And then we got Morgan's skull working too. And then we're into the cornhole. Cornhole, not cornhole. There is a difference. I can't help it if you can't understand me language. My accent. No, some people have been teasing me. I've been saying cornhole. And that's a lot different from cornhole, which is what I've been saying. But this area is done. It's just a bunch of strobe lights in here for right now. Another one right there. Then we get into the gypsy display. And we've got our lamp. The skull has a light in it, so it does light up. We got the animated Ouija table, and in case hall staff is watching and interested. And yes, the Ouija board and the cursor does glow. In fact, I'm probably going to end up mounting a black light directly over the top of it, pointing down, so it will keep charged. And then we've got the mister in the back. And then another thing, you can't see it too well, but down there by the witch, kind of old child's Halloween globe. I hacked it and just put a steady light in it. And it's a shadow thing. It's one of those shadow casters. And I got behind the gypsy soul, put shadows up on the back wall. And it's too bright out here to see it right now. Then we've got the gypsy. There we go. I don't have the sensor, batteries in the sensor for this one yet. But she moves and lights up. Zoom that all the way out. But anyway, oh yeah, now you go off. Anyway, I've got stage 3 I'm getting ready to do. It's pretty much the rest of the hall. That's the chain hallway here. The water pits, or cesspits, which I gotta get power in here too. The spider room. And then on the other side of that wall is the 4th graveyard, which has three electric props in it. So that's all going to be on stage 3. I'm going to get started running that tonight. I'm hoping I will get it finished tonight. That way tomorrow I can start out on the driveway and start getting LEDs in. So that's our that's what I'm getting ready to do now at stage, or maybe 1, 2. See, how many do I have? I've got, okay, it'd be 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, it'd be trunk line 4. I gotta get trunk line 4. I lost count there for a moment. Oh, shut you up. She gets irritating. But anyway, I've got to get trunk line 4 in and then start running electrical to it. I won't be able to show you that one plugged in and with everything running because the water pumps for the ponds also plug into that circuit. And I don't have water in the ponds and I don't want to burn my pumps up. But I will give you guys here, see the rest of the atomic glow I ordered is supposed to be coming in Tuesday or Wednesday, so the water will probably go in Tuesday or Wednesday. So I'll give you a tour of with that all turned on. And by then I'm hoping I'll have all the LEDs in too, so you'll get a full lights on check. So we'll have to see how things go. But anyway, that's where I'm at now, getting ready for trunk line forward, people. Okay guys, still doing a little bit of work out here, but I figured I show you what I've gotten done. Section 1, of course, are the blow-ups. You've seen those multiple times. Section 2, which I did last night, and I know my truck's in the way, but that's the entrance, and you should be able to see some twinkling going on in the bushes there. Those are those peepers, and we'll get a close-up view of one here. Wait for it to go on. Let's see, there you go, set of eyes. And see, there's 21 of them in the bushes, and I've got blue floods going down them. And then we've got the activated props in here. And on Halloween they'll be wide open, and there's a step pad right there under the rug. And that one goes. And then the ghost back there, and there he goes. And then you got the spider up above turning its head. And you got that guy over there, which I gotta take the spring off of and mess with still. Noisy when all three of them get going. Anyway, get going in here. I don't have any spotlights out here at all, LED spots. Then we got George here. There we go. He's going to get a spot. And one of my light boxes.
It's so dark in here. So dark.
Another light box. Then we go over here, and I hit the motion sensor. You'll notice the light came on. There's a flash cracker for you. And Witchy Poo's doing her thing. And you see the coals on the fireplace. And the chandelier. Okay, white light. This one here is going on the last area. The fourth system here. I haven't got wired yet. I'm going to turn that light off. And we get into the fire room. And I'm not sure if that's showing up, but that's the animated ship's wheel back there. And we got another one of those flame pots. And we've got the candelabra back there on the table, and you're probably not being able to see that. Crypt. What the hell did she... I'll have to look at that later. Corn Hall, not cornhole, Corn Hall. And then into the gypsy. You got a little mister back there. And the gypsy. And the candelabra light with the skull. Anyway, that's trunk lines 2 and 3. So that's what I've been working on all day. So anyway, I'm going to let you go. I've got some more work to finish up yet. So, oh, good evening all. It's a little after 9 o'clock. It's cold out here. I've been thinking about getting my winter coat out. I'm sitting here shivering. Temperatures are down to about 40 degrees, in between 40 to 45 degrees right now. We're gonna have a nice frost tonight, I think. As far as the wiring goes, I've got one display left, the spider display. I need to get in there and run the electrical lines for the props yet. And then I need to run the power cable from the end of the trunk line, which I showed you I think earlier this morning, out to the power pole. It's going to be all of maybe 30-minute job, if that. I've got to put a motion sensor in on the spider mechanism and stuff, so it'll take a little bit to do that display. But I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. I'm calling it quits. I'm going in early. I'm not staying out here till 10 o'clock again. It's just getting way too dark, and with what I have to do and everything else, I'd rather be doing it during the daylight hours. So, calling it quits for tonight. Tomorrow is my oldest daughter's birthday. So we're going to go out and do some family stuff here probably about mid-afternoon. But what I have on the docket around going out and doing things with her, sorry, nose is itching, is I gotta get the spider display fixed. I gotta get the main power line for the circuit ran from the trunk line out to the power pole, and then I'm going to get started running or installing the LED lighting for the haunt. And I'm going to start out my driveway and just kind of work my way through the haunt, and that includes getting it hooked up to my control box. You know, I'll get with the driveway, the graveyard on the entrance, I'll get the LEDs into that, then I'll run the line all the way back to the box, hook it up to number 1. Then I'm going to come in here and do the entrance. I'll do the same thing. I'll get the LEDs in the entrance and run the main line back, and then I'll go on to number 2, and so on and so on and so on. That way each area of my haunt, each display, will have its own switch. That way I can kill any one display, or I can throw the master switch and kill everything. You know, in case of an emergency or a fire or something like that. I'm halfway thinking too of installing some white lights. Actually, I'm thinking maybe for over the winter I might get some white LEDs and make up some floodlights to hook up to the system too. That way, in case there is an emergency, I can kill the displays and turn on white light. You know, so people can see their way and stuff in case they want to get out. But yeah, that'd be a project for this winter. But anyway, as of right now, I am done for the night. I'm calling it quits. I'm going to go inside, get this edited, put together, and get it uploaded for you guys. And we will see you tomorrow. Stay spooky out there all.